Veelog number 3. I'm a bit out of breath because I did some press ups, so bear with me. It's been a couple of days since my last one. Today is, I believe, Tuesday, the 26th of April. Not really much else has happened, but I just want to get a couple of stories out of the way before I forget them. One of them, I think, was so you can't these little floating dock. You're not allowed to go on it. You can't go on it without 2 qualified lifeguards. And there's a sauna right next to the dock, and what we like doing is sort of jumping in the water and then jumping into sauna, back in, and it's lots of fun. But the only 2 qualified lifeguards that are sort of, around with us are the people that, are Laurel and Tess. And today they decided to hang back at the mess hall and not come with us. So we just went down by ourselves and no qualified lifeguards. So everyone else kind of jumped in the sauna. And I thought it'd be a good idea just to, get a bit wet first, because, make it more fun. And so I kind of dipped in, dipped out, ran back along the dock into the sauna and just sort of chilled there. And but 20 minutes later, the two certified lifeguards show up. They're like, oh, hey guys, none of you went for a swim, did you? And actually, the guys that I'm with, the gappers, they're really quick. They're like, oh no. They got my back. And then the 2 certified guards are like, oh really? Because we see some wet marks coming up the dock. And I'm like, luckily I looked down and saw the bucket that we use for the sauna, and I'm like, oh yeah, we just spilled some water from the bucket, everything's all good. And everything was fine, they believed it. And then we got out of the sauna later on. It must have been an hour later, right? We get out and we're walking back along and have a look at the dock, and dude, it looks like a fucking whale's been landed on that thing. There's so much water there. So lucky we got away with that. Watched Game of Thrones today. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Pretty funny as well, because the only Wi-Fi we've got is in the mess hall, and when everyone's using it, it's pretty slow. So we're trying to watch Game of Thrones off a laptop with one full table of loud adults. So on top of that, we had to wait 10 minutes for 5 minutes of footage of watching it and stop, play on your phone for a bit, and then keep watching. And it was really funny because we get to the fight scene with Sansa being rescued and shit. We'll be like, oh, this is great. Stop. Oh. That was pretty funny. Still going for runs every morning at 7. I don't know, you guys probably don't care about that, but it's time to get a bit fit, which is going to be cool. We've got a couple of free days in Victoria on Wednesday and Thursday, so might get up to something there. Who knows? I think just an update. Oh yeah, Nathan's fucked off out of our little room. He's gone to stay with the other more important people. I think they're called counselors, no, coordinators, and we're called I don't know, something else. So we're below them. We're below them. So he's fucked off. It's funny because I've been talking to Zaya. I'm starting to call him kind of Z. I don't know, give him a fucking nickname. But we sort of had a chat, and he's like to me, I think it was yesterday. He's like, man, I got no energy, and I'm like, I know what you mean, And I had a chat with him at the end of the day, and I felt a million times better, and I could tell he did as well. And today, he kind of felt the same. And then he sort of started talking with someone that's from you, close to from your country. You just have a meaningful conversation with them, and you do feel so much better. It's fucking weird. And I reckon it's part of it is when we do get to talk to Laurel and Tess, they've been here for years, man. So they actually were kids on this camp, and they've grown up to be the people looking after the kids. Like, they've been here forever, and like all they talk, this is their life, this is all they talk about, and it's hard to like engage yourself in conversation, and with shit like that, it just gets like mind numbing, man. And it's just it's crazy. I guess talking to the other people I know one guy called Jack. He's a fucking cool guy to talk to because he knows a lot of other shit. You know, he isn't just sort of like purely. So that's interesting. But a few of the other people are the same. Everyone else has shown up except we called gappers, like me, Alex, Z, and Harry. We're called gappers, and this is our first year here. Everyone else has been here before. Most of them are like grown up in this camp. So they've all got like common connections, you know. I don't say I feel like I fit in. Like we do fit in because they're used to gappers, right? And if I want to talk to someone, I just talk to Z or Harry or Alex. It's fine. But I don't know, just something I saw, and I thought it was pretty interesting. Yeah, it's funny because I haven't taught the kayak, have I? I haven't taught. So it's a lake you can kayak on, you know, which has a dock on it, which is, you know, there's a sauna next to it. I might take a picture of it. And they're kind of like, yeah, you know, the two chicks are like, you know, let's go for a kayak. You know, we'll show you guys a lake. And so, all right, we've got the kayaks out, on the canoes out, and you know, put them on the lake and come pedal around. They're like, oh, you know, you can go down the rivers if you want to. And we're like, all right, the rivers. And we kind of pedal over to like the first one apparently, and it was just like there's a tree no heaven. We're like, we can't get past there, and so we go to the next river, and it's a bit better, but it's very narrow, and it's like there's a freaking bridge going over it, which you have to like kind of duck under because there's cables and shit that like cut your head off, and you're going under it, and there's like stuff getting in the fucking way, and eventually it gets so dense you can't go any further. And we only went like 20 meters, so we go back out of the lake. We're like, well, that's it. There's nothing more to do. Just do a couple of maneuvers on the lake, and then Laura were like, okay, guys, let's go find like the plug for the lake, which is actually a thing. You can drain the lake because it's man-made. But they're like, you know, and then they're like, oh, let's go find the hula hoop, like stuff like they do with the kids. And then, like today, as we went for a run, apparently people were going out and testing out the canoes and kayaks. And sure enough, we're walking towards the, you know, toilets to have a shower after the run. They're just chilling in the middle of the lake, like just cruising around. Fuck, man, I still got so much to learn, eh? I'm not sure if I ever get to find this stuff enjoyable. Oh, we've gone up a couple. Okay, what Canadians think hiking is anything that's like on, you know, sort of steep, you know, rough terrain, and that's on a track, you know, like a bit of kind of overgrown track. That to them is a hike. It doesn't matter if it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. It's a hike. We just say we tell them it's a fucking walk. We're not even taking backpacks up there. We're just putting running shoes on. We're going for a walk. They're like, no, it's hiking. And we're like, well, for us, we want to call it a hike. We call it a tramp, and we'll go for like, I don't know, 4 hours, but whatever. And it's actually pretty cool. So we go for a couple of hikes around the place. I'll try and take some photos from the top of these because they're actually pretty cool. And they're telling us that, oh, we take kids. It takes us like 10 minutes to get to the top of this, but like if you got kids, it takes hours. They're like, yeah, you know, they're having like, you know, breakdowns and little tantrums. You have to kind of, so it's going to be really interesting what happens. I'm gonna have some fucking crack up stories. I certainly won't be going fucking Sergeant Donnie on them or anything. Yeah. Oh yeah, another thing. I've been really getting into giving people frights. It's fucking great. And like one of them, Laurel, she's really easy to scare, and when you scare her, she like screams. So that's been fun. First scare was me and Z walking towards the like toilets without lights, and they're walking back towards like, you know, the bunks and shit with lights on so they can't see us, and this is at night obviously. And like I jumped down in the path, like a bit off to the side, like lie prone, and like they walk right past me, man. They're like, fucking jump out, like from front prone upwind, like ah, and they're all screaming. It's fantastic, man. Second fright was I was just in the sauna and Laurel opens the door and I just like fucking give her a fright. She jumps, screams as well. And today we were like setting up some tape to mark like a boundary, and I snuck up on them, Laurel and Tess sitting down. I snuck up them for ages, man. It was like a full on stalk. And I got close and yelled and they screamed again. And apparently because LZ, Harry and Alex were out setting up some more markers, they could hear the scream and the yell, and they're all like, yes, Cale got them. Did some rock climbing. Yeah. Not really much of a wall. It was still fun, still fun. Apparently it's a much bigger wall that's a lot harder, and I'm not much good at rock climbing, but we'll see how we'll go. What else have we done today? That's pretty much it. Yeah, Game of Thrones. That's pretty much it. When Harry snores, it sounds like he's like choking on a cock. Yeah, it's unbelievable. So I got earplugs, and it's funny because I'll be like telling him about it, and he'd be like, "Nah, fuck off, mate. You snore way more than me." I probably do actually, but at least I don't sound like I'm drowning on sperm, Yeah, that's I can't think of anything else to say. Bit cold, not really, and not uncomfortably cold, and it's blue skies, sun's out. It's fucking beautiful here, bro. I'm gonna really have to be a hard decision, like figuring out if I want to come home to New Zealand for Christmas and New Year's, or like save the money, work at a ski field over Christmas, make some money, and then sort of see where it goes from there. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a hard decision. Yeah. Anyway, that's all that shit I can think of saying. Fucking have a good one. Yee.